welcome back to the RCR, the Redundancy Channel of Redundancy.
It's your favorite hosts, Lil Anderson and Big Wayne.
Today we'll be looking back into the controversies surrounding the Vietnam War and the memorial dedicated to the memory of the fallen during the war. Moving on to our first segment with Big Wong, talking about the Vietnam War.
Thank you for the introduction, Lil Man. Moving right into things, the Vietnam War was one of the bloodiest and most debated wars in U.S. history. On the government's defense, they wanted to prevent the spread of communism and formulated the domino theory, which says that after one government system falls, similarly formed will fall right after. The U.S. then has a presence in South Vietnam, and they got the ball rolling by engineering a coup to overthrow the corrupt government leaders in power. Directly after, China and the Soviet Union joined and aided the Vietnam forces to prevent the fall of communism in this nation. The people of America were fearful of joining the war because it might end up like the Bloody Korean War. Also, much of the controversy in this war came from the drafting of men into the war, which forcefully separated men from families and letting many of them die in the war. Because this was the most publicly televised war at that time, the people of America witnessed the brutalities and they could not see an end to the fighting. Now, moving on to Lil Anderson with the Vietnam War Memorial.
Thank you for the introduction, Big Wong. Moving straight into things, the Vietnam War and the women added to it were pretty controversial for a few reasons. First off, some of the American people did not enjoy the idea of the memorial being black. Since black is known for being the universal color of shame, and shame is obviously not representative of the soldiers that had given their lives for our country. Yet many approved of this design, including Maya Lin. Another group in America thought Maya Lin was not fit to set the design of the memorial wall, as she was Asian woman. Then in 1993, the Vietnam Women's Memorial was unveiled a short distance from the wall. It was a bronze sculpture depicting 3 women caring for an injured soldier. This memorial was representative of more than 10,000 women who had served in Vietnam. Of these, only 8 women were added to the wall. Now moving on to an interview we conducted with a teacher well-versed in the history of Vietnam. How did the media influence American thoughts and feelings about the war?
The media, for the most part, was fair. Where the United States government failed was to be honest with the American public. The United States government sought to hide truthful things that were happening with the war, and when they failed to acknowledge some of the problems that were happening, that we weren't winning and destroying communism and everything else, and just simply say we're fighting this and we're containing it, and when the Americans found out the truth about it, that in fact it wasn't as rosy a picture as it was being portrayed, the media brought that out, and that renaissance changed. Right? But what really changed you know what really changed the outlook for the Vietnam War, why there were so many protests?
What?
Because the United States ended the idea that you didn't have to go to war if you were in college. There were no protests on college until the war had been around for a few years in the United States and it was no longer deferred. And then college students would have to leave to go to war. That's when the protests broke out on college campuses. Nobody cared about the war until those college students had to go to war. Then there were protests.
And do you think America was in a good economic position to be in the war at that time?
We were in a good economic position. However, the policies of Lyndon Johnson, where he wanted to help more lower socioeconomic class, right? He had what's known as the war on poverty. We wanted to get people cheaper colleges, and that because we got into the war, his policies couldn't go completely in place. So we were in the economic position to be able to fight the war, but we weren't in the economic position to be able to fight the war and help our citizens.